Hey, what's up, guys? Big Grizz here from Big Grizzly Gaming. And yeah, I know I haven't been feeling the best. Been a little bit sick, so I haven't made new videos in about a week, but get back at her here. Hopefully, everybody had a lot of fun opening up some Set 5. Got released on Friday there. I opened up some packs with my daughter myself. And I think we're going to go right into the first deck I'm going to be playing. I got about four I'm going to do this week, so I'm going to talk about Sapphire Steel. I know this is a deck that I've been really hyped up on, and I want to try and show you kind of how I've been building decks and what I've been doing to test them while I wait for these cards to come in the mail. I didn't get super lucky on my pulls, so I had to order the cards that I needed for this deck. So right away, I know I was really high on Tipo. I talked about that in my last review video, but through testing, I've actually switched that out for Chicha, and I've got four of the promos of that in my deck already. And obviously, when the rest of the cards come in this week, I'll get some actual webcam games on there. We're gonna use Ink Table today and kind of go over how to play the deck. So Chicha, four of. Mr. Smee, four of. Quest for two. We do want a quest in this deck. The 3/3 stat line with the popsicles to heal it is a decent answer for Daisy, but we're not that worried about Daisy, and we're gonna go up against that deck on Ink Table and just kind of show you, like, we're playing 36 characters. There's a good chance Daisy's gonna hit pretty consistently. And because our characters do draw us and usually have a lot of value, we do prioritize getting those off of them. I'm back on Mickey's, and so for my ramp, obviously we're gonna run the Mickey's, and then we're gonna run Fishbone Quills. So you always have at least something there. And then Cheech is going to be drawing you cards to replace that too. For Pete, Games Referee, this is the card that answers the Ruby decks, right? Because you can watch their inkwell, you can play it at proper times, even going against Amber Steel songs, right? You can play it at the opportune times, kind of control when you want to wheel, when you don't. Two Bell, I always run Two Bell. I just like it. It's a closer, works out well with Lucky Dime. They have to answer it. There are answers out there, but I'd rather them spend the resources as much as possible. Four Harems, that's pretty standard. Four Cogsworth, he's our ward character that sings Whole New World usually. Cusco's, running two of these guys. This answers the Queen's Castles and then the new library card in Amethyst as well. It can also answer Lucky Dime on the opposing side. And it's a two-quester. That's why I prefer that over the Simba. The secondary effect, the resist one, I don't really use that often. We didn't need to make space, so we're down to three Tinkerbells and three Tamatoas. And then we're running two of these Mufasas. And if this thing sticks on the board to the time it quests, with the amount of ramp that we have in this deck, it's pretty much game over. Like, it's pretty hard for them to deal with that when you have literally double the ink that you've already ramped to. Two Babooms, based on your meta, if you're going up against a lot of aggro, you could go up to four here. Make some other cuts. Let It Go would be a good card to cut for two more Baboom, I feel like, if you were playing aggro a lot. Two Along Came Zeus, four Whole New World, three Grab Your Swords, four Popsicles, four Fortispheres, four Fishbones, and two Lucky Dimes. So we're at 63 cards. Because the amount of draw that we have in this deck, I'm okay with that number. If you really wanted to shave it down, you could cut like two of the Zeus. But we're going to leave it at 63. So this is Inktable. So if any of you guys haven't already seen this, it's www.inktable.net. And they have other card games there as well. But I use this for just testing out decks. And this is really just to see if you're hitting your curves right, get used to your plays. Kind of just see, because you're going up against AI with this, AI definitely does not make the most optimal plays. So you don't want to be thinking like, oh, I'm easily beating an Amber Steel Song deck, or I'm easily beating Ruby Amethyst with my deck. That's probably not going to be the same when you play in person. But as long as you look at it more of like a solitaire version, like, okay, am I playing my deck right? Am I answering what my opponent's doing? That's kind of what you want to do here. So we'll do a few here. So we're gonna go up against an Amber Steel song stack that I've made. I might do a video on that too, but I am really interested on the new Emerald Steel discard deck that I built and the new Amber Emerald. Or the Emerald Steel isn't really a discard; it's more of a control deck. The Amber Emerald is just a gross discard deck. And obviously we've made changes to Ruby Amethyst as well to make that competitive. So I've got a few decks on the go here, but let's do the we'll do random here. All right. Popsicle on 1, Chicha or Pete on 2, 3. I don't like the fact that I have to ink a Popsicle or Pete here, but the Mufasa card does get us cards back from our inkwell, so we'll just keep a starting hand here. All right, Robin Hood, turn 1. 2 quills, so we'll ink 1. Always draw that card. Grab your swords. Really nice to have here. Might experiment with the Robin shift line for this deck, but I think we'd have to cut the Hiram package and really change the deck to fit it in, which I don't really want to do. Let's play the Chicha, because we can ramp next turn and draw a card. And then we might even have to hard cast this. Ooh, let the Storm Rage on. Okay, so there's card draw gone. So when you're playing Sapphire Steel, do not be afraid that the other opponent is luring out faster than you. Don't panic. It will come. Oh, yeah. So next turn we'll wipe their board with their grab your swords. Slows us down a little bit, but they're at 7 lore already. So let's do that. Throw a bell there. Ooh, they have no plays there, so that tells me there probably are lots of songs in. Let's play this Pete, actually. I would like to get a Cogsworth out so I can sing the whole new world. That would be preferable. We are just going to hard cast it. Okay. That. Have a Kuzco, we can ink that. I don't think we have to worry about that. Here's our dime. That's interesting. I'm not going to quest a Pete. We're going to use that to answer the Naveen. Yeah, next turn I think we can probably do Cogsworth and Tinkerbell. Then we're in them. Challenge in. Pete's gonna live now. Could heal Pete up. Do that actually. Because I feel only because I feel like the opponent's gonna swing into it. So we have a grab your swords answer now. Getting rid of that Pete. Okay. Hmm. You know what we can do here? We can do this. Put 2 damage on Rapunzel. Yeah, there we go. Pete, so we can't play songs. Ooh, they got a bare necessities. That's not good. Now we got to get this dime out of hand here. They're at 9, we're at 2, but this is where we're gonna come back. Play another Cogsworth. Cogsworth is pretty nice at this point. Most of their songs are not going to do anything to it now. We're not going to quest with that Cogsworth because we're at what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 next turn. 9, 10. We could go to 17 next turn. That Hiram is just impossible to deal with. He is essentially 8 willpower. There's a Pete. A whole new world. A third Cogsworth. That's kind of hilarious. Could play a 4th Cogsworth. Yeah. Do that. That's where 12 lore. We use the lucky dime on the bell. 12, 13, 14, 15, 20. Yeah, so we can just quest out now. That wheel just wheeled this in right to the winning play. Like I said, the AI doesn't do the most optimal thing, but it does give you a little bit of practice. We'll go up against Ruby Amethyst here. We'll run a few of these. So no 1-drop. Oh, we got 1-drop, 2, 3 into pass turn. Oh, nice. We got a Hiram too. So see that? Assuming we didn't know what deck we just picked, so we see the Amethyst. We'll go Ink Quill, play Quill. Put Mickey into the well. Draw a card. Wow, that's nice. Don't want a quest with that yet. Think that. Gotta get questers on board here, I think. We're at 5. Yeah, so 6, 7. Quest out here a little bit. And another Hiram. Oh, we won't make the Cheechakkas. Okay, so they're on 6 ink. So that's when I'm playing this matchup. That's all I'm looking at. Is I'm looking at their ink well. Play a Mickey. Get that inkwell up. Do that. So if they want Hiram gone, they have to do a board wipe. 7 ink. We'll see if they got it. Be prepared. We can do both now. So we play the Pete, so they can't be prepared next turn. Lynn. Oh yeah, interesting. So we can whole new world right now if we wanted to. I don't know if we though. So like Hiram's gonna draw us 2. Tamatoa line is interesting. Yeah, like, or we could wheel right now. Might get another Pete then. Maybe that's the play. So let's do this. Hiram there. Ugh. Didn't have the other be prepared, so they might draw into it. But there's the Pete. And we've got Dime. Now we can play our Pete, so they can't be prepared if they drew into it. Okay, I think. Oh, yeah, that's all we can do there. We can go 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's game on board now. They can't answer that. I guess they could run everything into Mufasa, and that would probably be the correct play here. Which the opponent didn't do, right? But that is what they should have done. They should have ran everything into that. That's what I mean. They don't make the most optimal play, but at least you can control kind of what they do. Let's go against discard. All right, no one drop. Don't like. Okay, there we go. Okay. Diablo. And the Chicha is relevant too. Doesn't chill. All right, let's get rid of Lazeus, I guess. Could run into that, but we're not gonna. We're gonna need the card draw here. Mother knows best. They pulled off the top. But I think what we need to do is we really need to get some card draw going here. So let's do this. There we go. So already we're almost up to 8 ink. It's John. Oh, the Diablo now. So really don't want to hire him right now. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. So we need to grab your swords now. All the muses. One card in hand. There we go. Now we're in really good place. We can probably just quest with that one. Fairness. Oh, took the whole new world out. Oh, and bounces the Mufasa back. That's unfortunate. Huh. They're low on cards. So we do that. West. Got 4 left. We do want the card draw. Ooh, this is tough. So because they're on bounce, I want to wait till I have 11 ink and do Mufasa and Pete at the same time. I might get penalized for that. I need 11 to do that. So Ursula misses. Now they're out of cards. We do the Pete first so that they can't use any actions. Then we play the Mufasa. It's challenging, I think, here. We probably have game on board next turn, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. I love this Mufasa card. I really wish I would have pulled an Enchanted. I would have put that in my deck. And the only reason we're doing it on Ink Table instead of the webcam games today is I'm still waiting for my Mufasas to come in the mail. I pulled everything except for those. So once we do that, we'll get some webcam games going for sure. Yeah, so there we go. That's the deck again, guys, here.